Hi guys, Radical Reggie back at you, and today's game is going to be Persona 4 Arena Ultramax. Is it Ultramax? Yeah, Ultamax. This is actually I don't want to call it a sequel to the original game Persona Arena, but it's more of an upgrade and everything. But it's really a solid game, a really good fighter. I had a really good time with this. So I mean, I know everybody right now is into Persona 5 and all that good stuff, and with the Persona series, I only really actually played the very first one, like almost all the way through before I got bored with it. I didn't really play the second game. Third game, I was almost done with that, and I stopped playing it. In the fourth game, I have every version of it. I just haven't played it all the way through. I think as I've gotten older, it's hard for me to relate to some of the characters, because I'm in my mid-30s, so it's like, man, how am I going to relate to teenagers? It's kind of weird like that. Anyway, what I can relate to, though, is this fighting game. So once they put their dukes up, I'm ready to go. So let's check it out. Now, this game was published by Atlas, and everybody, when you see an Atlas title, a lot of people pick them up immediately because they go for they usually do quality games, so you can always pretty much know you're getting something good when you see an Atlas label on it. Now, this game comes with 21 characters. One is actually P DLC unlockable. They're actually on the disc, but you have to pay to get them. I'm not with that. Unless I get a free code, I'll probably never play with that character. I just can't really, I can't get down with that practice. But anyways, the game is just really solid. I don't really see, it does improve a lot over the previous game with more characters, new moves, flushed out story mode if you care for that in a fighting game. I did go into this game somewhat blindly. I do like the Persona games, but like I said before, I've only played most of the games briefly, which I almost beat the first game. I just got stuck in those crazy mazes, which just killed the pacing for me. But out of all the Persona games, Part 3 is actually my favorite, and adding the characters from Part 3 and Part 4 together in one game and having the storylines kind of intertwined I think that was really cool. Now, the graphics in this game, they're nothing short of outstanding. When you see Arc Systems and they're involved with a fighting game, you know it's going to be spectacular. 2D sprites are just, man, so good. I never thought back in the day that any game would really be able to pass Street Fighter 3 sprites. But I'm not saying this game does, but it makes me kind of like think and try to compare. Now, the music, on the other hand, as much as I hate to say it, if you're into J-pop, I guess you'll really like the music in this game. It's that J-pop stuff, which is like a mix of jazz, rap, and all other kind of genres of music. I'm not really into that, but if you're into that, which the younger generation pretty much is, the music is pretty, I'm not going to say outstanding for me, but it might be outstanding for somebody else. But even saying that, it's weird because I actually really enjoyed the Persona Dancing All Night game's music. I thought that was cool for some reason. So before I forget to mention this game has an arcade mode, which is basically your arcade ladder. You fight a couple characters, then you fight the boss character, get an ending and stuff like that. Then you have story mode, which is really a in-depth story somewhat. Lots of dialogue to read, and just it fleshes out the game story. It's pretty cool as well. You got your score attack mode, which is it's like a ladder of how the highest score you could get, and enemies are a lot tougher in that mode. You have a gallery mode, which you unlock like secrets and special art, endings, stuff like that you can watch later. Now, the online mode, which I did try to play recently, it didn't really have a lot of activity on it. But before, when I played it, it was pretty popular, and I had fun with it. I didn't notice any lag. But one thing I like about this game too is that the super moves that you use in this game are actually your personas. So you could call them out and they'll do their moves and everything like that. And then you have the ultimate like instant death moves, but for some reason I couldn't pull them off in this game. Well, I couldn't pull it off in this playthrough at least. I used to be real good at doing them, but now I don't know, maybe I'm just rusty. Now, if you take too much damage, your super meter will go up at a certain length. Like you'll get a boost, which is pretty cool. So you can do some super moves. And also another thing I like about this game is that you have another person that pumps you up and lets you know how you're doing in the match. Like they're telling you what you need to do. So that's pretty cool as well. It kind of like pumps you up, you know, to do well. Each character has around 2 to 3 super moves that they can pull off, and then they have their ultimate like destruction persona move. Like I said, I couldn't pull it off, but they are really cool to look at. Either way, I think any casual fighting game fan or just a Persona fan in general will want to pick this game up. Alright guys, so that's my review on Persona 4 Arena Ultamax. And you know, man, this game is, dude, I can't believe they even made this game. It's pretty darn sick. I mean, Arc Systems, the 2D sprites that they do is just outstanding. I mean, I've been following them ever since they did the Guilty Gear games, and anything they touch turns into gold. I mean, golly. I mean, we could talk about them all day, like how they did it with the Contra game on the PSN and Xbox Live. But man, they just really like breathe a lot of life into the Persona series for me, because you know, at the moment I'm kind of like tired of RPGs right now. I played so many over the years. You know, you get tired. You know, you want to play something else or something different. And fighting game is something easy I could get into. This game is definitely something you guys could get into as well. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be overlooked because everybody's trying to play Persona 5 right now. So I don't know if anybody's playing anything else Persona. But hey, with all this Persona talk, don't forget about dancing all night. You know, put your feet together. But anyways, guys, very cool game to have. Pick up Persona 4 Ultamax. I mean, it's not too expensive, and not too many people are looking in its direction. So has everything you would want in a fighting game. So check it out. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this review. I will see you later.